Hi everyone, welcome to new video. Now we are going to solve 1148 article views 1. Again, it's an question of easy type in LeetCode level. So table views, and it has four columns: author ID, article ID, viewer ID, and viewer date. Article ID, author ID, and viewer ID is of type integer. So ID 1, author ID 3, viewer ID 5, and view date is a type of date. So it has a date 2019-0801. Now let's read the prompt. There is no primary key column with unique values. So even in real life, you will encounter multiple situations where there will not be any primary key, and then the table may have duplicate rows. Okay. Each row of this table indicates that some viewer viewed an article written by some author on some date. Note that equal author ID and viewer ID indicate the same person. So it means that suppose there is an article on how to write efficient SQL codes, then the article has the article ID as 1, author ID is, let's say, a person named John who has given a ID as 3, then 5, let's say Ram who has viewed this article on a date 2019-0801. Suppose if let's take the example where author ID is same as viewer ID. It means that the person has viewed his own article on a particular date. Now we have to see what we have to find. Write a solution to find all the authors that viewed at least one of their own articles. So we have to get the result and we have to write the query which will fetch author ID of the author who has viewed at least one of his own article, and then we also have to return the ID in the ascending order. So suppose if we get 3 and 7, then we have to return it as 3 and 7. Now let's see, author ID 3, he has not viewed any of his article. Author ID 7, he has viewed one of his own article. Author ID 7 is this one, author ID 7. Now this author ID 7, but viewer ID here is 6 and 1. So it means these are different persons. But if you'll say this one, author ID is 4, viewer ID is also 4. So it means this person is viewing his own article, and same with this one. So now let's try to write the SQL query for this one. So first, again, for your easy to go, I have created tables and insert function. So now let's first run this one. I'm going to put all of these queries in the comment section or description. So now we got the article ID, author ID, viewer ID, and view date. Then if we look at the author ID 101, yes, he has watched his own article. 102, no. 103, no. 104, yes. 105, no. 106, yes. 107, yes. 108, no. 109, yes. So we will get we want to get the result as 101, 104, 107, 109. First, let's see in the table on which date, or let's say which authors have viewed their own articles. So first, let's query the whole data. So star you can use to query all the columns. Usually I will not prefer to write the star because the query time can be increased because of this. So let's see, we're just going to take these columns. I'm going to remove this integer. So here we are selecting article ID, author ID, viewer date, viewer ID from views, and now we want to find where author ID equals to viewer ID, because we want to get authors who viewed their own article at least one time. So now let's run this query. So we are getting author ID 101, 104, 106, 107, and 109. These are the people who viewed their own articles, right? So in order to handle duplicates, we'll see how we can work with handling duplicates. But let's first see if we have got all the things which we need to get from this query. Solution to find authors that viewed at least one of their own articles. Return the result table sorted by ID. Okay, so we have not sorted. So in order to sort this, there is a clause which is known as order, and order by, we have to write it after where clause, so order by author ID. If you will not put anything in the order by, SQL will assume that you are ordering by ascending order. And if I want to order in the descending order, I just have to mention DSC. So now if you'll see here, it is 101, 104 till 109. Now it will return 109 at the top. But we want to order it in the ascending order, so I'll just write either ASC, or I'll not write anything at all here. Let's see. Okay, now we know that we are getting the correct results. Now we can remove this thing, or I'll write a new query. So we don't want author, we don't want article ID, and these two columns in our final result. So I have removed it, and let's see if LeetCode is going to like this result, this query or not. So if I run it, it says that the answer is wrong. Now let's see why the answer is wrong. Okay, I think I have to copy this one, copied this one, and run it. Then it says the answer is wrong, because although we are getting correct author IDs, for the author ID 4, author ID 7, but the 4 is getting duplicated 2 times. So here we have to find all the authors who that viewed at least one of their articles. So we just want one occurrence of 4 and one occurrence of 7. So there is a clause which is called as distinct. So what distinct is going to do is, if suppose there are two records, 101, 101, 104, 106, 107, and again 107, it is going to return just the unique values of the author ID. Now let's copy this query and run it in the LeetCode. So I have to write distinct also, and it will be select distinct author ID. Now again, I'm getting wrong answer. Okay, because it is expecting the name as ID, and I'm giving the name as author ID. Now here we'll learn about the alias. So I have to give it as a name as ID. So author ID as ID. Here you can put anything like as author identification or anything, but in the LeetCode it will only accept if you will give the final name as ID. Run it. So I'm writing and I'm showing you all these things because these will be the similar type of situations which you will encounter in your interview, or which you have to take care of. Now if I click on submit, then yes, LeetCode has accepted the solution. Thank you.